we did our unit also on personal health. The rationale for our unit is this unit is important for students to learn because it will help them understand why being healthy is important. They will also learn many of the different areas in their lives that can affect their personal health. In addition, this unit will also give them many different strategies for staying healthy in several different aspects of their life.
But it added up to 10 lessons. The first lesson is self-esteem, and pretty much to start out this lesson we'll talk about self-esteem and do an activity to kind of get them thinking about it and then talk about it, and then they get into groups and do a scenario on either ghosting or lowering, and then I have a little activity afterwards for that, just a way to help them increase their self-esteem. For the second one, I have stress management, and in this one we'll learn about different techniques for coping with stress management, and they read some scenarios and trying to apply some coping activities for the scenarios, and then they would take a look at their own lives and try and figure out what is stressing them out and try and figure out some ideas that might be able to. In the third one, we'll talk about exercise and how it pertains to personal health. Then I would have some guest speakers come in and have them talk about the goodness of exercise and getting through it and figuring it out. And then they would actually make a brochure of everything that they learned about it.
Okay, eating healthy, there's focus on mainly the food pyramid. There's a book called The 2 Bite Club, and it goes through and it tells students that they should try at least 2 bites of a new food every day. And it goes through and it says the different parts of the food pyramid. So we would start off by reading that, and then different activities. They would make a food pyramid. They would make a collage of the food pyramid, so it would be a poster board. They would also create like a healthy menu. And one extension activity that could go with this is having the students write letters to local restaurants and the school board, having them come up with healthy alternatives to foods in their restaurants and in the school.
Okay, for lesson number 5, we did effective communication, and in this one they'd learn about different ways to communicate with each other, like body language, verbal communication, and other techniques. And they would start off by going through and having each other draw a picture, and then through different forms of communication, trying to figure out what the picture is. And then they would play a game of like charades and stuff to show body language and try and figure that out.
Lesson 6 has to do with building healthy friendships. In this lesson, the students will identify different characteristics of a good friendship and a bad friendship. There's a handout that they have that also says with the bad friendships, the different roles that people take on in friendships. Like one person might be the aggressor, one person might be the follower. There's 10 different roles that they would go through, so it would just be listing the good and bad characters. And then lesson 7 is you can be a loving family member. In this lesson, they'll know what it's like to be part of a healthy and loving family. And with this lesson, they would take a TV guide and go home and watch 1 to 2 family sitcoms. And then they would identify what in the sitcom is the ideal family. And within that, they would take a situation that happened and then turn around and say how their family would react to that situation in the normal family, not the ideal family.
And then for our culminating activity, I thought it would be interesting to have a picnic and invite all the family members to it, so they could communicate with their family and they communicate with their friends. We'd have healthy snacks there for them to eat. They would have different games that they could do for exercise and stuff, and then at the end of the whole thing, they could write like a short paper or paragraph or whatever describing some aspects in the picnic that they found that was incorporated in And then for our lesson that we were going to show you, we were going to do the self-esteem, and we were going to talk about it a little bit, but since we're kind of crunched for time, we're just going to do a short activity. If you can get into, not just kind of a couple groups like around you, and then
Who smokes?
okay, so for this activity, for the cards, you have a word on it, and you need to, what I would have the students do is they have to come up with a scenario that is based off the card. So they have lower and boost. So they would come up with a scenario. If you have lower on it, you come up with a scenario that lowers somebody's self-esteem. And the whole class would try and figure out through your role playing if it's a lower card or a boost card. And then if you have the other one, so if you guys want to talk a little bit and figure out a scenario and a few of you guys just share it.
Boost? What is it?
Here's my favorite skirt.
They live in shit.
Okay, is everybody ready? Does anybody want to share one of theirs that they came up with maybe? Kiri?
Your skirt is fugly.
All right, class, what was that? So we would just go around the classroom and they could either come up here and act them out if they wanted to, or just talk about it. And then for the last part of the activity, I actually have different things up here on the desk. You guys can grab one as you walk out. But they're just different things like the rubber band and whatnot. And the kids are all supposed to come up here and pick something that they think positively represents them, like a rubber band is I am flexible or something. A pencil could be I'm sharp, but I know how to fix my mistakes if something happens. So you guys can just pick one up.